All right, everybody, welcome in here to the loser bracket semifinals of the 70-star randomizer tournament. Apparently, LudwigVonKoopa has no PB. We'll get the tech team on that real quick, but we do want to introduce the racers real quick. mcneills and Ludwig, two excellent randomizer players. We also have J-Rose in the booth here to do some commentary. J-Rose, how you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm just trying to look up. So Ludwig's PB, as far as I can see, is a 4813, but that's pretty misleading. It's on the older 0.5.1 version, so looks like Ludwig doesn't really do a lot of 70 nonstop. So, you know what? He's a very, very solid runner, and I wouldn't take that time to mean very much. I mean, in 120 nonstop on the new version, he's 8th. So it's going to be a very exciting match, and mcneills needs no introduction. One of the best at this.
Yeah, mcneills, how you feeling?
You know what? I'll be honest with you guys. I have a mild concussion that I got in Hawaii.
Oof.
So that's why I'm wearing sunglasses. So my ability to process information is not the best right now. But I'm just going to give it a good effort and we'll see what happens.
Hey, well, playing through the physical issues, that's definitely commendable. I mean, especially since we're not playing like football or something, you're not gonna get injured any worse or anything like that. I don't think that's how concussions work, but
oh, don't tempt me. I'll find a way. I might get excited.
It's gonna start running around the room. Ludwig, how are you feeling?
I feel pretty well. But I'm not very, like, I said this in my last match too, and then I PB'd. I did the tournament PB versus Brock Dunker, but my practice runs so far are pretty scuffed. So I'm pretty rusty now, and I hope I don't do silly mistakes, especially in the basement. If I do, you will see it live now. So I'm glad. I'm glad anyways. And good luck to Niels.
Do you know off the top of your head what your PB is with these settings? Or I can also go
Well, it's the time I got versus Frog Dunker in the last match. I think it was a 38, 20 something.
I'm looking in the archives right now. But yeah, we can go ahead and get the race started. Do both of you have the seeds and setting correct? Maybe we should do a check real quick so we don't have to do a redo.
Yeah, I can show it real off here.
59654 should be your settings.
Yeah.
Those are the same numbers. All right, then racers, you are good to ready up in the race time lobby and get things underway here.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you both.
Good luck and see you later.
Bye, guys.
Alright, so I have consulted the archives. It looks like the final time for LudwigVonKoopa's PB is a 38:21, so that is a pretty sick time. I have no idea what mcneills is. We're just going to go ahead and ignore the PBs. The PBs don't matter. This is randomizer. PBs kind of out the window, to be honest.
Yeah. Also, you know, this looks like we've begun.
Oh my gosh, the Luigi RNG from LudwigVonKoopa. That might actually be the difference maker here. That's actually kind of sick.
I think the timer needs to start.
Oh, true. Minor details.
Okay, so Bowser in the Fire Sea. Sometimes, Fire Sea, freaking Dark World. Sometimes people like to skip reds here, just because the reds can be a little annoying. But with these settings, I just don't think it would ever make sense to. And you have no choice. If you start here, you gotta get the 8. Ooh. A little bit of risky there, but trying to get the 1-up and he missed, but thankfully there's another one. So one of the things, if you haven't seen one of these before, if you're new to randomizer, these settings, lives are really, really important. You don't want a game over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like nonstop in that way, right? Where like in normal Mario 64 speedrunning, you're kind of like a live collector. You're not really dying ever. You get these safe, consistent strategies. You're not really taking the deaths, and even if you do, you've got like 10 in the bank. But here, like the lives aren't guaranteed to be in your path, and we're doing some pretty funky movement everywhere. So luckily, neither runner got one of those Doom red coins where they're just like on those seesaw platforms, like underneath the support beams.
Yeah,
those are the worst.
Those are the worst. And you guys should know if you've watched Randomizer before, the star spawn locations here are consistent. So it will always spawn right by the pipe, which is where it spawns in vanilla. Makes it a little easier for races so that one runner doesn't get one right there and the other runner can get one right at the beginning, which would cost about 45 seconds. So that's one cool little thing. The other thing now, so we see McNeil's going into Secret Slide. Now, in this version of Randomizer, when he exits course, he will exit, all right, it's Jolly Roger Bay, he would exit outside the painting he entered. So what is he going to do in JRB? Well, he's gotten 1 star. So my strat is typically to look for the star that's just out in the open and that star, and it looks like McNeil's sees it. Thankfully, they're both very quick. Both of them going into Secret Slide. I guess that's just a strategy that has evolved through this tournament. And yeah, we see McNeil's doing exactly what I would do in his situation, getting the star in the box, getting the open star, and just leaving and going into probably the JRB painting or maybe aquarium.
Yeah, I've definitely been in. I was really interested at first about the different strats that would evolve. You know, nobody really running these settings before. I think we had a little bit of issues with a lot of the vanilla players not really caring to think about it. So I think we lost out on a little bit of that. But it has been interesting to see, you know, which rooms we're going to first, which you know, different strategies develop in stages, because it's pretty interesting. You know, you've got a normal randomizer, you spawn in a different location every time, so you can't really have like a set route. But when you start at the beginning of the stage, you can kind of like, you know, expect, you know, okay, I'm gonna start here, so I'm gonna go, you know, clear this area of the level first, then move on to this area. You know, you kind of have a set path.
McNeil's might be going for secrets. So, all right, now
wait,
this is just
Ludwig
my
died.
What?
Oh, on slide. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
So yeah, so no, Ludwig went into Slide, so they're in different stages now. Slide actually in Vanilla Randomizer, when you die, by Vanilla, the one we play for speedruns, when you die, you just get sent back to lobby. But in these settings, when you die, you get sent back to the painting, which makes things a little faster. But the one thing McNeil's is doing is he seems to be going for secrets. This is risky. It's a little... Ooh, yeah, that sucks. But you can do, if you're kind of precise, you can do... Yeah, nope. You can do a nice little long side flip there. I don't agree with going for Koopa. I know a lot of the top runners in this tournament have done it, but I don't know. I find it's too slow. Okay, so I see where the two...
Oh, God.
got the cameos from McNeil's. You love to hear it.
Oh, you guys can still hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
oh, he's in the call. Okay. That's fine. I can fix that.
All right.
I'll be quiet.
No, it's all good. We just all right. So I've been watching McNeil's. It looks like, I wonder if Koopa goes for the soul strat. It looks like he is. So the way this slide works, you played it as a kid, you might be wondering, what the heck's he doing? Isn't it going to say he's cheating? So apparently this route, which would not work for speedruns because they want to collect the coins, in Rando, you aren't in the air for, what is it, 3 seconds? It's some number of frames. And because of the way, this precise route, you actually can get the penguin. It's yo-yos, so it will always speed up when you go farther, and you can get the star really quick, and you can see there's a star. So hard to tell who's in the lead, to be honest, right now, because Ludwig did slide, like Peach's slide first, while McNeil's went for BOB. But I have a feeling McNeil spent a little long on Koopa, so I actually think Ludwig might be slightly in the lead. He's probably looking for star 6, which is just out in the open somewhere. I don't know where it is. And nor does Ludwig. Oh, there you go. So that's a strat, Theron, that's very popular. Chrism, who is a top runner in this, does it all the time, pausing. You pause in certain stages, you can see a ton of the stage, and that's what Chrism does. Pause strats are what you need in a randomizer to get a world record time. You just won't without them.
Yeah, you gotta scout out the stage. And I do want to point out, too, that you can actually, in newer strats for 100 coin, and Penguin Slide and 70 Star, you can actually skip part of the slide. It's kind of a newer route. You go get some blue coins first, so you have enough coins.
Like 70 vanilla.
Yeah.
It's funny, I was just talking to D whatever. I don't believe in his run, which is the last one I watched in its entirety. that they use that strat yet, because I've never seen it before, but it's a really cool strat. And now we can see Ludwig going into BOB, while McNeils does Snowman, and right around there is star 6. So let's see if, all right, so Ludwig is also doing Koopa. Again, a lot of the top runners do it. I actually think it's pretty slow. So one thing about strategy with these settings is that the stars that appear, or the levels, I should say, that appear in lobby will stay in lobby. So you're not going to get big, actually, we'll get big. You aren't going to get Lethal Lava Land, Rainbow Ride, until you go to the correct section of the castle. And that's things a little different. And that's why I don't like doing Koopa the Quick, because you want to get as many of those very fast stars as possible. Unlike most video games you play, the end of the game is actually a little easier. So, you know, if you bank stars, you can skip more stars, but the later stars do tend to be faster. And now we can see Ludwig, because the king is right there, he's going to go for it. And where is McNeils going? Is this going to be Womps? No, it's the slide. Sorry, it's so hard paying attention to two different runs at the same time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially in randomizer, where it's like, you know, if you're commentating a vanilla race, it's like, oh yeah, they're going to go to this stage next, and they're going to do these stars. And randomizer, it's like they could go literally anywhere at any time, and it is definitely
these aren't
hard.
even the crazy settings. Like, if we were doing the settings I run,
I would be lost the whole time.
Yeah, you'd be lost the whole time. So you can literally go anywhere. So, all right, McNeils is in Big Boo's haunt. So the thing with BBH, we got some good luck here. So BBH has 3 easy stars: the Big Boo, number 5, number 6, which is the eyeball, and the star number 3. That's 2 stars that are easily. Oh, he just missed. 2 stars easily accessible in the courtyard is a dream. Now, when you're not going for PB, it doesn't matter, because, you know, Ludwig's going to get the same exact luck, but it does potentially mean less slower stars in the basement and upstairs. So, pretty good stuff. I think McNeils is going to go and look for Big Boo. Ooh. And, oh my gosh. I want this seed for my 70-star run.
Yeah, probably not good enough to be a set seed, but definitely good for one of these sort of fake random seed runs. I do want to say real quick that I'm on the opposite side of the Koopa spectrum. I'm a big fan of the Koopa race. It's something that we talk about a lot in Minecraft speedrunning is task overlap. So basically, you know, you start the Koopa race and you're always going to spawn right there, right, with these settings. So you can always just start the Koopa race, go collect a few stars, and yeah, you usually have to wait around at the top for a few seconds, but I feel like it's definitely worth grabbing in my opinion. But that's kind of the fun thing about randomizers. You got people with different trains of thought, you got different schools of thought, I should say, and they're all valid.
I'm telling you, if I were good at Bowser, I would be in this. I'm telling you, the one reason, and I'm not saying this to brag, the only reason that I even have a decent time at this is because routing is something that's really hard to do. And we saw there with Ludwig, he was looking for something, I think it was the box, and you just can't find it. So I agree with you when it comes to Minecraft, but I also think you gotta know when to give up. And Koopa, to me, is just almost never worth it. Sometimes it is, but to me, it's just, nah, there's another star, maybe it's in THI, maybe it's in LLL, but something's gonna happen really quick. And if you're wrong, yeah, you might lose, but, you know, it's a risk-reward thing, especially in a race, and I find the risk of not doing Koopa, the reward is worth it.
Yeah, we've seen racers do a pretty good job keeping track throughout the tournament of different, you know, stars they can and cannot skip over. There's some stars that you just want to grab pretty much every time, but there's some of those stars that you can just definitely be worth skipping.
This is why, you know, people like Cheese or Simply, while they're unbelievably skilled, probably even more so than most of the top runners in Rando, let's face it, but they probably wouldn't do as well in a race like this, because thinking like what to do in a Rando, that's a huge part of this. Knowing what stars to do and doing that all on the fly. I just missed the kill on the Womp. This is a strategy that's become very popular. Soul does this. I think Ludwig does this. Getting 100 coins in the 70-star route. This used to be something that was not recommended in older guides, but in this new 1.01 version, everyone is going for 100 coins in 70-star, and I think they're right.
Well, look at all these coins. I mean, this is like a coin palooza down here for McNeils. Going to grab 2 blue coins from the Piranhas, 5 blue coins from the Switch, all these loose coins on the floor. Like, yeah, Womps has like 140 something coins or something disgusting in it on vanilla. I'm not sure if there's any extra ones in this stage. in randomizer, but
There
even
are
just
2
normally.
extra rings,
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. So
I
there's like
believe.
like
Don't
100,
quote me on
100, 160, 170 coins here. That's definitely enough to
So-
find 100.
The reason why this wasn't recommended in the earlier versions is because of slopes. So Arthur, the guy who makes this hack, the slopes, red coins used to be on slopes and they could kill you. So it wasn't recommended to go for coin-based stars, but with the new addition of no more slope coins, it's very safe to go for. And yeah, I mean, already at 20 stars, we're gonna see McNeils kill King Womp, and oh, that's interesting. I'm wondering. Okay, I see what happened here.
Oh,
we
the
see
punk from Ludwig there.
that's a pretty favorable bonk.
Yeah, that was lucky as heck.
I don't think he's trying to do that, but yeah, I mean, we can see like Ludwig did a completely different coin route, and yet actually,
Ooh, that is hot. Okay, I'm taking notes right now. That's part of my favorite part about these randomizer races. Is randomizer players have some sick movement like that you would never see in vanilla. That like some of them are like completely irrelevant in vanilla, but some of them it's like, okay, I gotta write that down because sometimes you'll end up underneath those elevators, and I've never seen that wall kick strat. I've literally never seen that.
Yeah, I mean this randomizer is amazing, and one of the best things about speedrunning or racing it is that no 2 runs are ever going to be the same. It's going to be, and these guys are actually neck and neck right now. So Ludwig's going to go to the tower. I don't think there's anything on here. He's clearly missing a star he feels like he should have. Oh, I think he sees it.
Oh my gosh. Practically hugging that bullet bill there. I'm surprised it didn't damage him.
Yeah. Okay, so if he knows where the last red is, he's got this. So I think he sees it right now, and that should be enough coins. Yeah, that's enough coins. And this is why you go for coins in Womps. So they're really close. They're really, really close. McNeils has a slight lead right now, but basement is pretty. So the first thing you want to do in basement is find the toad. It's very lucky. Did he get the first try toad? Yes, he did.
Insane.
So that is insane. And they're both right here, which is good. So even if you were to miss, the toad is right there. A free star, you get the free star. You take those. Let's see if he goes for, yep, they both went for the toad that was lower down, and they both got first try. I also think it's very smart to go, actually.
McNeil's already leaving basement here.
Okay.
So
the routing here for vanilla makes sense, but in these settings, I actually don't know if this makes sense.
I think it's good because, so what McNeil's going to do is he's setting himself up to go back down to basement to get second MIP. So you might as well, you're already going to be going upstairs. I mean,
in order to do that, he needs to get Fire C because don't forget, you need to get. That's the thing. So in vanilla, what McNeils is doing makes a ton of sense, right? Because I agree with you. You're setting up for second MIPs, and for those of you who don't know, MIP spawns with 15 stars, which is why 16 stars is a thing. And MIP spawns with 50 stars, which is, well, just what you need to know. And, all right, all right, he's looking for some stars. Hazy Maze Cave sucks. It's first level in this
hacker
randomizer.
strats here.
Yeah, trying to look through the walls, but all right. So I don't know where the stage is, but Ludwig is doing what you want to do in these settings. Find Fire C immediately, so you can get the heck out of basement. And the other thing to get out of basement is that the 30-star door won't open. So you want to do upstairs, go back to the 30-star door, and then get 50 stars MIPS because again, free star.
Unlucky spawn on that red coin here. Will he be able to make the cycle though? Going for the triple jump, unfortunately unable to make that triple jump happen.
Right.
Yeah, it was probably too low anyways, but it was worth a shot. I mean, you're already gonna wait the cycle out, might as well.
Gosh, did he? How many stars? I wonder if McNeils pauses. Where were all the stars? Were they all in the toxic maze? I see one. I see like the numbers for one, but this has been a really unfortunate trip for McNeils. Oh no. Yeah, no, I see another star there. How many stars did he get in Hazy Maze Cave? That's not good. He might have to go for the backup star in SSL, the Pyramid Secrets. So we're going to see something you don't normally see in Randomizer. He's going to kill the second Bowser. And oh, what a beauty! I didn't even know you could do that.
Backflip strat for Klepto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been admiring that one throughout the tournament. That's definitely one I've been appreciating.
Again, in regular Mario 64, you would use the fly guy to do some pretty cool strats. And well, it is cool. With a little bit of practice, even you could probably get it a few times, which is why there's an even faster strat. But in this, fly guy's not in the right spot. So I didn't even know that was a viable backup. That's pretty cool.
I found that out the hard way several times. For some reason, I always like will go into SSL and start looking for the fly guy, and then I just long jump into the sand, and it's a great time.
All right, so I don't think McNeils is going to go for extra stars here. You can get secrets, but it's unbelievably risky. And yeah, he's just going to go back to lobby. So with 30 stars, yes, he's going back to basement because he doesn't have enough stars and he doesn't have the key. Oh, he actually does have enough stars. What am I talking about? He has enough stars to go into, yeah, he's going to go in here. Okay. It's so hard to see. I wish I had the matrix. There's a little matrix that we use to keep track of where everything is because it's really important. Not just star count in randomizer is only half the story. What levels they've been to? Ah, he's not getting the clip in the chest.
Oh, what? How did he target that one? That's ridiculous.
Well, the hitboxes on them are massive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. So
what is this undoable?
So what you have to do is go take a much wider angle.
Oh, he's just gonna give up.
He's gonna give up. You have to take a wider angle and then clip the first star. It's really annoying how those hitboxes work. They're better than they used to be. They used to be a lot worse.
Yeah, that's the story of a lot of things. Oh, but spawning the star really high up. McNeil's gonna have to take another trip around.
This is something a lot of us who play rando aren't really used to. The star uses the height you are when it spawns, which is kind of not intuitive. So what you'll see, and I hope we don't see it, the chili bully, if you fall into the ice lava, yeah, the star will spawn. It'll actually be ungettable. So you don't want it. That's something that is a kind of a weird quirk of the way randomizer works. Because the star, it's just because of these settings, honestly. In the regular settings, that doesn't happen. But, oh, I think he's looking for the last red.
Oh, found one more star. Does have one more red to grab as well. Red's is an unusual-ish star to grab here in Lava Land.
But, remember, he didn't get very many stars in Hazy Maze Cave, and those, you're expecting... Oh, no, that's... I wonder if he's going to give up, or if he's just going to try and... I don't know.
He's already got the coin spawn, so just go grab it real quick.
It's just gonna be...
Okay.
Yeah.
This is scary.
Yeah, you can just make that... I don't know. This is the thing with rando. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh, where is he going? Oh, he's getting the one up.
Ooh, the bully.
Or is he getting bullies? Yeah, so this is what we were talking about, and this is where you see I'm wrong, right? You were talking about getting Koopa the Quick. Because he got Koopa the Quick, he has one more star I wouldn't have, and that's really, oh my god, that one red coin. It's not 120.
Just dispatching this last bully here. Oh, the big bully spawning straight into the lava. That is an interesting spawn. Must have been trying to spawn on top of the moving platform. That's pretty lucky, actually.
If you spawn on moving platforms, it'll just go right in the lava sometimes.
I do want to give a quick shout out to Hey Panda in the chat, throwing a massive sub in. You are #1 Supreme Ultimate, I believe is the term. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much. All right, so now we got McNeil's in LLL. Typically, it's very unfortunate. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, it's just a wraith, but you really don't want to see the stars high up in a PB run because, I mean, then you have to fly all the way up. Where's the last one? Yeah, I'm with you, McNeil's. Where is it? I don't see it either.
It must be underneath. Yep.
Oh, there it is. I guess sometimes the thing with Mario 64's camera, innovative for 1996, not amazing for 2023. A little bit sometimes hard to see.
It's kind of amazing for vanilla speedruns though, because you've got the locked angles. You can like get really, really specific and accurate with your movements, but for randomizer and newer players, it's definitely a bit uncomfortable.
The thing with Mario 64, and I think you make actually a great point, Saren. When you're playing the game the way Nintendo intended you to play it, they designed the camera and the angle specifically so that you would always see what you need to see.
I'm going to cut you off right there because if you are in the pyramid or in TTC, No, never, dude. Those are the worst stages ever for the camera in this game. It
Theory.
never shows you Mario.
Fine, let me say in theory.
Yeah.
For vanilla, that's how that's the theory behind it. The problem is when you try to do anything other than Nintendo, and sometimes I guess even what they intended, then the camera gets all messed up. And it's why ROM hacks had to invent different cameras because it was just impossible to really enjoy them. Early ROM hacks, which this is technically also a ROM hack, they're just impossible to play with the standard angle. Although this one still uses it. I'm actually surprised we haven't gone to parallel lacking cam with all the quality of life features introduced.
I'm happy we got the same camera, personally. I'm a boomer.
I don't care either way. I think it actually works. I think giving parallel Lakitu camera would make it feel a little more inauthentic, but it is something a lot of ROM hacks nowadays use, which all parallel Lakitu camera is the same camera. If you're watching McNeil's, see how the camera can kind of rotate somewhat freely around? That's called parallel cam, and a lot of ROM hacks just have that in every level, unlike in the real game, which is only in Rainbow Ride and the Bowser levels, to my knowledge, and I think Vanish Cap.
I didn't realize that the camera acts differently in those stages.
Yeah, if you ever look at Rainbow Ride and go to parallel or go to Lakitu cam, you can just rotate it around. While if you try to do that here, it will not work. You can see he's rotating it; it just kind of moves at like a 45-degree angle. So most time you'll see, as you'll see with Ludwig, people stay in Mario cam. So yeah,
Mario
I think
Cam
Ludwig
C-down is the best.
Yeah, I think Ludwig's got a slight lead. What's the? Oh, is he gonna do this? I hate this.
Oh, this
I learned how
jump
to
is
do
epic.
this like 2 weeks ago. Oh no, he's got it. He's good. You can just accidentally grab the top of the fence and get what's called a false ledge grab, and that's the worst.
Yeah, because your brain's like, all right, I want to get as tall, I want to get as high as possible, but you really don't, because if you hit the fence, then you're bonking, but you want to hit like just under the fence, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but once you know, like, oh, I gotta go a little bit lower, delay my wall kick or whatever, it is.
Tick-tock clock. So remember we talked about fast stages? This is a fast stage. I wonder if he goes, so I go for hundreds here. I don't think Ludwig is going to. And I actually think the reason I go for hundreds is I'm not as good as him. Just straight up. If you're not very good, hundreds here is very fast because you're going to traverse the whole stage pretty much the way a casual player would. If you're good and if you watch like vanilla speedruns, you can skip large parts of the stage by doing some triple jumps and side flips that we're probably going to see, in which case it is not worth it whatsoever to do hundreds in reds. Yeah, when it stops, it's very annoying to do that jump. Although, it's kind of how I traverse the stage.
Okay. Well, Ludwig apparently done with the level. It's gonna pop out.
He got the 5. He got the 5 stars. Really good RNG.
I didn't realize he got all of them already. That's pretty lucky getting it that low in the stage and getting all of them.
Oh my gosh, it's a Toad party.
Yeah.
All right, so that one's the fake one. That means those two are real Toads.
What the heck? They're aligned here like it's some like. I feel like I'm in a ROM hack room. Like
it's a Toad conga line. Yeah, actually, ROM hacks love doing that. It's also funny they both talk to the Toad on the far left first. You can tell by their dialogue what Toad is what. So that's the Toad that appears at the top, and then the one on the far right's the one that appears. You don't want to do Mario Wings. And now, remember what we talked about. Ludwig is now going to go back down to the basement. He's going to enter the 30-star door, and it's setting him up perfectly to then get MIPS later on. We also haven't talked about exit course versus exit to lobby. So McNeil's just exited course. That's going to take him right back to the painting as if it's like an auto die feature. While exit to lobby is the normal exit course in Mario 64, just takes you back to the beginning of the lobby. And yeah, Ludwig is going to go. So metal cap, very slow. That and vanish cap, unless you're desperate. Ooh, and McNeil's is going for hundreds.
let's go.
Yeah. He doesn't know this, right? But if he knew what we know about the stage layout, he actually wouldn't do it because you don't have to go all that high. But typically you have to climb all the way to the top of the clock anyway. It just makes sense.
I love watching the enemies just walk off the side of the level.
Yeah, in Randomizer you get some pretty funny interactions. We can see, so we see Ludwig. Again, this is routing on the fly here. You would never do this in any run ever. Go for the multiple bullies. It is a very slow star. But again, worried about star count, This is what it takes to be good at randomizer. You've got to identify, okay, what stars do I have? How many do I need where I am? And what can I get that is not as slow? Ah, that's annoying. That bonk. So yeah, McNeil's hundreds is pretty fast here, but he's probably going to be a little upset when he realizes that he has all the stars. But then again, remember, McNeil's got very few in, what's it called? In Hazy Maze. So it actually isn't that bad. I find this jump very annoying as well. So, there's a couple, I think 2 boxes that have 1-ups. You don't want to see those. Those are not fun. Ooh, and the Womp in a terrible spot. Yeah, so remember I said traverse the level quickly? It's stuff like that. That's actually really risky. If you screw that up, you're going to fall. Which is also very risky, but when you're really good at the game, it doesn't matter. For him, that's nothing.
I don't know why, but we saw Ludwig doing the C up camera there, and for some reason seeing C up camera is just like my favorite thing. I don't know why. I guess just because it's like 100% always a mistake ever in vanilla, but in randomizer it's like, yeah, you might just want to go into C up camera and take a good look around, you know, get a grasp on your surroundings, you know, figure out where the stars are.
Yeah, remember we talked about pause strats. Not all stages like the volcano, you can't use pause strats, so C up strats is the best you got.
Yep.
So, by the way, it's pretty much tied.
Ooh, missing that roll out there, but Ludwig gonna be able to stay on land a little bit. Taking 1 burn, not a huge deal.
I think McNeil's has everything, doesn't he?
Possibly. Oh, he needs the 8 red coin star. He actually got that.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering, because he's kind of like, there's a faster way there, but he must have just thought he needed 1 more. That happens a lot where you lose count. So yeah, they got 5 in Lethal Lava Land. You almost never will see that.
Yeah, and I want to point out here the star count is 52 to 53. We're getting to the end of the line here, and I think we have relatively similar stages left, question mark?
Well, so the big thing for me is, can Ludwig find more stars in I don't believe Ludwig's done HMC yet, and that was a place where McNeil was able to find the stars, because I believe a lot of them were in the Toxic Maze, or he just didn't see them. And so, I believe this is where it is. I believe it's in Vanish Cap. So, if Ludwig can find more stars than McNeil's, he might be able to save a whole bunch of time. If not, I actually think McNeil's might be in the lead here, because Wet Dry World's a very fast stage that gets you a quick 5 stars. You can even get 7. I wonder if he'll go for 7. He might. He has before. In my run with him, I believe he went for 7.
Well, part of the nice thing, right, is McNeil's found HMC first, or like earlier than Ludwig, so he kind of knew, you know, okay, I need to collect more stars than I usually would in some of these stages. So, you know, we saw him getting TTC and reds, which he might have gotten anyways, but, you know, in Lava Land, going for the red coins and things like that, where Ludwig's already done these stages, so he can't, you know, just be like, oh, I'm going to collect these now. Like, he has to either find more stars here in HMC or somewhere else, or go back to those stages, which you never ever want to backtrack stages.
No, there's no point backtracking. Again, because upstairs, all right, so remember what I said, I think that, so it's 3 stars. Maybe I just got the number wrong, that I must have missed McNeil's, because he must have gotten those same 3 stars. I think he took the exact same route downstairs. So, yeah, that's 2 stars missing from HMC, which is not great, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. Oh, I still see, what is that? All right, this is actually very difficult. It's a steep slope. I would just use Dory, but very difficult.
Gamer. Oh, no, he's going to give up.
And remember I said we might see McNeil's go for 7? He is going for 7. And again, this is what you were just talking about, Saren. McNeil's knows he's missing 2 stars he otherwise would get. Ludwig doesn't know that yet. And I don't know. I saw star 4. I just don't know where it is. So now I wonder if we're going to see Ludwig going for the German star. I mean, I wouldn't, but I wonder if we're going to see it.
Did you say insurance star?
Is that what I said?
I'm not sure. You kind of cut out for a second. It was either German or insurance. I wasn't quite sure.
I hope I said insurance, because that's what I meant.
Okay.
It's not a particularly German star.
I was like, all right.
It's an insurance star. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Chat, help me out here.
I believe Ludwig is German, so maybe all these
Oh, I
stars are
didn't
German
know
stars.
But no, I meant an insurance star because when you need an extra star, it's a possibility, but the secrets are in terrible spots. And Ludwig's not going to do it.
Yeah, and he's got 60 stars, so we need to find quite a few more. Wet Dry World's still on deck, though.
All right. So, yeah, 10 stars is a lot. So, okay. Remember I was talking about HMC being kind of scary? Oh, come on. Come on.
Let's go. Get it, Ludwig.
Nah,
go for it again. Go for it again. Oh, no. I'm a big BLJ supporter.
Oh, I am too. It's okay. Something is interesting. McNeil's is missing a stage that Ludwig already did. I wonder, it's something in the basement. So he must have gone to exit to lobby by accident. And this is the stage. So I was just talking about this. Oh, by the way, look at the camera. This is what I was talking about with the camera rotating. But sorry, I'm all on 5 different thoughts. But yes, the camera rotates. But this stage is a make or break because you have no idea how many stars you're going to get. So there's 4 boxes. So all the boxes are in the tricky triangle section. So I wonder if Ludwig's going to go to that first or if he's going to try the ship.
Oh, I'm so happy with this C-up.
If there's any stars located on the big house, just forget about them. So you can get 5 stars or you can get 0 stars. It's a nightmare.
You do have the warp here, which Ludwig's going to go for. So it looks like he is going to scope out the house here.
So in the house is okay. On the house.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Definitely don't go on the house.
Well, and you know, I'm sure someone is going to be like, what about carpetless? In vanilla randomizer, there is such a thing called carpetless. It's spawning on the roof. You can just spawn on the roof, and that is pseudo carpetless. But we're not playing with random spawns. All right, he's gonna go the ship. Oh no, but it's okay. That's an easy backup. Easy backup. He's just gonna go. I mean, he got the pole, which is fine. He's gonna go and just do some wall kicking. And remember, Ludwig wasn't able to get the chest star. And what's it called? McNeil's. Very difficult to do this. So I know like speedrunners make it look easy, but you have to understand when speedrunners do this star, they're coming at it from a very consistent angle. While with randomizer, it's not quite as consistent because you're probably swimming around looking for other stars. So it's a little harder to line up.
Yeah, Ludwig did find 2 stars up on top of the cruiser ship, though.
Oh!
Is he gonna ledge grab? He needs a ledge grab.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, he has to. Oh, he didn't realize. He just realized he was a ledge grab.
Yeah, half health. But, you know, he does know where that star is, so he can just hop right back in the level.
I love that. That's like the second half of my famous strategy.
That was pretty sick, though. It was sick up until the point where he died.
So, I don't know if you know this. In 120 rando, what you should do is you actually do a triple jump off the corner of the house, get on the pirate ship, and then do that to get to tricky triangles. That's like the fastest way to get through the entire stage. It's nuts and it's really risky, but it saves like 2 minutes. And okay, so I'm seeing a problem here. He's missing more stars. Oh, wait. Is there a star literally in the triangle? All right, I was looking at, it was the one up, the sparkles. I thought that was a star. So it looks like McNeil's is actually in a bit of a lead now with the stars in the worst possible spot. It's over here. What's he looking for? Is he gonna get coins?
I think we're just lost right now. We're looking for hope. I think possibly there's some goodies up in the big house on top, but really impossible to tell unless you head up there, which I doubt we'll see either runner do because.
But I guess he didn't realize. Sometimes when you're in like runner mode, you don't realize. But there's only one box left that he hasn't checked, and it's the box like opposite tricky triangle. I think it's called Swinging in the Breeze is the vanilla. But that's the star. I can tell you with 100% certainty because he's gotten the other 3 boxes. So I think he just realized that now. Maybe he was trying to look for a star.
McNeil's not taking a death, taking a little bit of a roundabout path here.
But yeah, that's the safe path. That's what I used to do. But in this run, it's fine because you don't have to go on top. So here's the problem right now, from what I see, Saren. Ludwig right now needs, what is it, 6 stars? And I think the only option is Tiny Huge Island. And Tiny Huge
Oof.
Island is a slow stage.
Yeah. What is
It's a
going to be the
really-
strategy here? Definitely going to go for reds here. I don't know
Yes.
if we're going to see Ludwig go for anything else in the stage or if we're going to see him backtrack. I'm guessing it's going to be backtrack.
Yeah, I think it has to be because... Oh, wait, I forgot. He hasn't done Talto Mountain. No, he's fine. See, this is the thing. I need a Matrix. He's fine. Talto Mountain's...
I've never heard someone call it a matrix until today.
Oh, I don't know. What is it? The grid? I don't know.
Tracker. I've heard tracker. I've not heard matrix. I like matrix. I'm gonna start calling it a matrix now.
I mean, you're right. It's not even a Matrix.
I'm gonna call it that anyways.
It just sounds cool when I tell my chat, all right, guys, I got to look at the Matrix.
Yeah, I like it. Definitely gonna steal that.
I'm gonna say that I think McNeils has got this. Although, you know, speaking from the king of throw-in Bowser via throws, anything can happen.
Anything
But-
can happen. It is a race, allegedly. I have heard.
The funny
Oh.
thing is, McNeils,
No BLJs for McNeil's disqualified. That was in the contract.
so he just has to do vanilla, and this is kind of where you see the difference between, like, you know, someone like Ouija and a rando runner is that people aren't used to doing this stage like, oh, nice. People aren't used to doing this stage normally. We're used to kind of looking around for red coins or this is the worst thing. In 70 Star, what you actually would do is try to enter the stage right near the pipe and keep dying until you got right towards the pipes. You skip the entire stage.
Yeah, that's
And-
part of the reason why we're playing on these settings, because that is probably the worst thing I can think of in a race, is randomized
It's
Bowser.
in a
RNG.
PB run. Because, like, you know, your PB can have a 2-minute time save that, you know,
Yeah.
completely random.
Yeah, I'm not a
Usually
fan.
stuff all irons out, but, like, that's one that's really big. That and pseudo carpetless.
But look, McNeil's crushing the stage, and I just remembered that 5439 on the screen is actually his PB in 70 Star because I forgot to change it from when he did a 70 race earlier this week in the Open tournament. So McNeil's is actually one of the randomizer players I think is with the strongest bits, and potentially the strongest throws, question mark. See how these go.
So, yeah, also, I think that's his not nonstop time. Or maybe he's just done, like, one nonstop, because 54 is not a very fast time.
Oh, it's
for-
his vanilla 70 Star time.
Yeah, which, by the way, that's when you exit the stage every single time. But he's going to exit the stage here with a victory. As McNeil has a sub 40. I don't know if Ludwig knows. Ludwig, by the way, I have to tell you, I've been watching a lot of these. Sub 40, I mean, Ludwig's going to be just over that, is really, really strong. So Ludwig still played it really, really well. But McNeil's, unfortunately for Ludwig, was just a little bit better. And he's going to come away with the victory. I believe it was that Rainbow Ride that really kind of hurt Ludwig. I don't recall if there are any other sort of big mistakes. I just think that at the end of the day, McNeil was, was a little bit faster. Oh, the death in Rainbow Ride. Yeah, I think Rainbow Ride was the difference there.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a heartbreaking death there in Rainbow Ride for Ludwig, but still going to be closing out this run with a fairly good time here. Not quite a sub 30, or sub 40, excuse me, but definitely close. I think
you can see they're going... Sorry.
people were like super excited about the idea, like, oh my gosh, they're going to get a sub 40 in the race with these settings. That's crazy. And now it's just like, oh yeah, both runners are going to get sub 40, no big deal.
Well, I think when people started with these settings, they weren't really they didn't, like, you know what I mean? They didn't really know how to use them, right? Like, we're not used to, like, the standard spawns and the routing. And once you get used to it, it becomes a little more, you start to route it a little bit more.
True.
Very, very nice.
Very, very comical Bowser music. With the penguin CCM music going on.
I'm going to tell you right now, I applaud Ludwig for using the custom, like the random skybox. I hate that so much.
Really? The random skybox is by far my favorite cosmetic customization.
It is a cool cosmetic customization. I don't disagree with you, but when I'm looking for red coins, there better be some gosh darn contrast. It's that and the random coins that really just drive me nuts, because it's like sometimes the coins blend in. 40 under 41's really good, by the way. Like
Yeah.
this is super solid. man.
Definitely solid stuff from both runners here. Hopefully we will get Ludwig back in the booth. I'm sure he will rejoin us here for some post-game
Oh,
talkage.
and McNeil's is going for the
Oh.
what's it called?
Oh, plus. Any plusers in chat?
I think he might have it. I mean,
Let's go. Oh, no, he went bad angle.
yeah.
A little too
For the
quick.
record, that strat's like unbelievably hard.
Oh,
and
oh, oh, big bomb again. Oh, double jump. Ground pound. Gets the glitchy double jump again. Oh my god, that angle's terrifying. All right, let's go.
Yeah, he did it.
My guy.
Yeah, I've never done that. Even the original strat I've never done once.
All right,
It's
let's
hard
see if
to
we
do.
can
You
get.
got, you got what, like 3 frames to get the big bomb?
I think it's less than that. I think it's perhaps frame perfect question mark or 2 frames. I think it's 1 frame though.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Might be wrong. I have no idea. I'm just guesstimating. That was my
I don't
understanding.
remember seeing that. I think this strat's though is so hard.
All right.
Yeah, see,
We do have Ludwig in the booth. Ludwig coming with the 40-59 at the end of the race. Very good performance from you. How did you feel about your run?
We have to do something special for you.
The run felt pretty nice until Rainbow Ride, pretty much. Rainbow Ride just killed it for me.
Yeah, the death in Rainbow Ride, taking the hard fall. I was very, very scared when you took that long jump, and I was like, oh, maybe he's going for the ledge grab. Maybe he's a gamer, but yeah, took the
Yeah, I
damage.
realized my health pretty much after I initiated the long jump.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to save it with some kind of a ledge grab. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a solid performance. So both of you playing really, really well in this race, but McNeil's bringing home the W with the 39.06. How are you feeling?
Good. That was a good run. Except HMC. Those stars. Like, where were they? I couldn't find them. And yeah, no, that was a good run. I realized I actually might have collected a lot of slow stars I didn't need to, because in the end, I only needed like 6 combined from Rainbow Ride and TTM, and typically those are really fast stages, so I might have got too many safe stars to make up for that HMC. But yeah, no, it was a good run. I think I did good. I didn't find Fire Sea very fast, which caused me to have to go to lobby and then back to basement a lot, so there was a lot of castle movement time I had to waste. But yeah, it was a pretty decent run, I think, and I got the dub, so that's always good.
Yeah, definitely solid performance. And I do have to touch on Ludwig getting the Luigi skin there. I think that was a definite turning point in the race. Definite sick RNG on that one. But yeah, I gotta say a big thank you to both of you for showing up, putting on a show here today. And Ludwig, huge shout outs to you for making it so far in the tournament. I mean, there was a lot of powerful names in this bracket, and you know, fighting all the way through the losers bracket, almost making it to the finals. But huge appreciation for participating, and GG's on your run.
Yeah, thank you very much, and GG to McNeil's here, and hope you have good luck against Soul as well in the next round.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, you're going up against Soul in the next round. Didn't you play Soul earlier in this tournament? Yeah, you did take a loss to
Think
Soul
you
in
did.
round 3 of the winners bracket. How are you feeling about the rematch?
I'm excited to be able to take him on again, but also nervous because she's a very, very, very strong competitor in this category. But I actually understand. I'm getting a better understanding of which stars are fast and which stars are slow. I heard you guys comment about me going for Lethal Lava Land, Red Coins, and those bullies. And you know what? I might have to revisit that. It honestly depends on how many backup stars I need, because it felt kind of slow in a moment. So, like, I might revisit that, revisit the Koopa race, revisit TTC and Wood Rival 100 coins. Like, it's just, I might have to talk to like my boy Inkstar Alum and be like, hey, I need you to do some calculations for me, because I'm honestly not sure which ones to go for.
Gotta
The
consult.
way you move on TTC, I think it probably does make sense to skip hundreds, because you can skip so much of the stage, get the stars, and then you just don't have to worry about the coins. They just slow you down, you know?
That is true. It does take a lot of time to open all those boxes.
And the boxes can be in such annoying spots, and if you get bad luck, you get the 1-up boxes, which you kept getting, and the 3-coin boxes. You just have to keep looking, and it's really annoying. But yeah, no, like obviously, listen, 39 is a really good time.
Yeah, but honestly, like Soul could easily get a better time than that with this type of seed. So that's why I gotta really up my game, make some risky plays. You know, I might have to do something where like it's called a world record strategy, where you assume everything is perfect RNG in the hope that it is, because if it is, it's a great run. So
Yeah.
I might have to switch from race strategy to world record strategy. Might have to try that for the race, and then just go all or nothing.
All right. Well, we do have another race coming up here in a few minutes. So everybody do stick around in the chat room. Make sure to also follow the stream if you don't already follow. We have so many Mario races coming up. We got Minecraft races. We've got a ton of different games also on the horizon. They are top secret. I can't share them quite yet, but keep an eye on our Twitter for those. So you will want to drop a follow if you haven't already. And we will see you in about 7 or 8 minutes with Kaisi versus Sema in the Division S emulator bracket, so do not go anywhere. We will be right back.